Hi guys, welcome to Manny Explains. Today we're going to be talking about unit coherency. It's a basic rule in Warhammer 40k, but it's one that we all need to understand to know how to use the movement phase effectively. To just quickly sum the rule up, guys, unit coherency means that if you have a unit consisting of more than a single model, any one model in the unit must be within 2 inches horizontally and 5 inches vertically of one other model in the unit. But as long as the unit contains 6 models or more, then each model must be in 2 inches horizontally and 5 inches vertically of at least 2 other models from the unit. This is called unit coherency. You've got to end every single move of any kind within unit coherency of other models from your unit. And if this doesn't happen, if unit coherency breaks, then in the morale phase, you will have to discard models until the unit is back into unit coherency. Let's take a look with models, how this looks on the board. This is a 5-man unit of Wolfguard, guys. It doesn't matter what it's actually a unit of, but it's 5 models. So because it's 5 models, it's just under the cap for having to be within unit coherency of 2 models from your unit. As you can see here, every model is within 2 inches of at least one other model from the unit. So I am said to be in unit coherency. If I now were to take a casualty and I decided to take this guy off the end, the rest of my unit would still be in unit coherency with each other. So they'd be okay. However, if I chose to take off a guy from the middle, when we got to the end of my morale step, I now have to remove models from my unit until there's only a single group remaining that are within unit coherency of each other. So the easiest way for me to do this would be to remove this guy on this side. And as you can see, the rest of the models are still within unit coherency of each other. So that's what it's like for a 5-man unit. What we've got here, guys, is a unit consisting of 9 models. So unit coherency, as we know, works slightly differently here than it would with a 5-man unit. Now, at the moment, the unit is not within unit coherency of each other because every model, except for the ones on the end, they are in unit coherency because this guy here would be within 2 inches of the guys on either side of him. So he is within 2 inches of 2 other models from the unit. And the same for every other guy in the middle of the squad. But the guys on the end are only within 2 inches of one other model from their unit. So they're not within unit coherency here. So you would not be able to deploy them or end any movement in this manner. You can't physically do that. So this is how unit coherency works for bigger squads. It would be like this. So if you did a simple maneuver like that, it would mean the guys on the end now, because they're in sort of like a triangle, they're within 2 inches of the other 2 guys at the end of the chain. So that would be the easiest and simplest way to get into unit coherency. But this is a common mistake made by a lot of players because the minute you take a single casualty, it doesn't matter where, anywhere along this chain you take that casualty from, your unit is no longer within unit coherency of each other. For example, if this guy on the end were to die, you would lose models from this side all the way until you only had 5 models left in your unit, because there's no single model you could take off here out of these 3 that would put your unit back into unit coherency, meaning you would lose all 3 of them. So if you wanted to chain out and remain within unit coherency of each other so that when you lost one model, you wouldn't lose half your squad, the way you should deploy is in a diamond formation. So you should be deploying like this the entire way across your squad. And the reason for that is now every model in the unit is within 2 inches of another 2 models in the unit. For example, if this model were to die, your unit is still in unit coherency of each other. But if this model were to die, the worst that would happen at the end of the phase is this one model would have to die, and now you're back within unit coherency of each other, and you've still got more than 5 models in the unit. So you can take casualties in this way and keep your squad safe. So that is simple unit coherency. Let's see how it looks when you're trying to scramble over ruins and stay within unit coherency of each other. This is one such situation where we need to look at how unit coherency interacts vertically. And that can arise when I have one small squad of 5 models also, and I would like to stay within range of this objective on the end, but I would also like to charge this Necron unit up on the first floor. I can end a charge move in this manner, because as you can see, every model is within 2 inches of another model in the squad. And the most important thing is these two models here are within 2 inches horizontally of each other and 5 inches vertically of each other. So that's keeping my unit in unit coherency, meaning this kind of move is legal.